What happened? You just woke up one day and then it's all of a sudden no more fun going to work. Your employees are not doing what you want, the job is pointless, and you really don't want to put on that tie or makeup. Just lost the spark, the fun of going to work. This is completely normal, and that's what I want to talk with you about today. But before I do so, let me change to my soft skill outfit. That's better, ready to talk. I've created this channel because I want to give my 20 plus years of worldwide leadership back to leaders. If you haven't done so already, there's many reasons for not being motivated going to work. You can feel you've lost purpose of the job, a negative work environment, not feel appreciated by your boss or your team. And as I said before, it's completely normal. We have to figure out how do we deal with it. First and foremost, listen to this. I don't think you can be motivated anywhere in your work or your life if you're not proud of yourself. I'm dead serious on this one. You need to love yourself. You need to like how you look. You need to like what you do, how you feel. You need to be happy for who you are. I'm not a psychologist. I cannot help you if you're not at least feeling remotely good about yourself. Point number 2 is make a list of factors that are not really optimal on your workplace. Get an idea of the levers, factors that takes away that spark, that simply makes you when you go to work. Is my boss not giving me recognition? Is my team annoying me? But you need to write it down. If you don't write it down, then you'll continue to wander off and don't know the reason and just continue to going down that hole and feeling worse and worse. While you're writing down the things, there's another thing that I feel is very important for you to understand. I assume that you're a team leader, project manager, leader for a larger team. As I say in another video, when you are a leader, you also must understand and accept there are just areas where you have to be unpopular. When you make the list that I just asked you to do, you probably will find some of the areas that demotivate you, areas that comes with the leadership title. I'm gonna be a little hard here, but you gotta accept it or you gotta find another job. If you're tough enough to say yes to the leadership job, you're also tough enough to remove these things from your list. They cannot not motivate you. I would suggest that you use the circle of influence, and this is a tool that is extremely simple to use, that I use to work with myself to understand for me, why am I not happy today and what are the things that are influencing me. I make the list of the things that bothers me and then I plot them in the circle of influence. The circle of influence is a super simple tool, but it's very, very powerful. The circle of influence has 3 circles. The inner circle, where you plot the things from your list that you can directly influence. Clothes you wear to work, the food you choose to eat, how often you go to the gym, how you manage your meetings, how you talk to your employees. These things you can, I know it's difficult, but you can change them overnight. In the circle next to that are things that you can influence, but would require quite a lot of effort. Typically people, they say I can influence my boss, I can influence my job, I can influence my company because I'm only 1 out of 10,000 people. Which may be correct, but it's also not correct. How can you influence your boss? Well, if you can't speak with him, you can quit your job. Same, how can you influence your company? You influence yourself towards your company, towards your boss. So these are the things you actually put in that circle. And then you have the outer circle, which are things that you really cannot influence, like earthquakes, the weather. Take the things from your list and put into these areas from the circle of influence. Now you look at the list again, and maybe some of the things that bothers you are in the inner circle, but you're not gonna change them. Then you have to move them from the inner circle to the one out, and then you have to accept, yeah, I know this annoys me, but I deliberately choose not to do something about it. And this is the middle circle. These are the things that may bother you, but this is very important. You deliberately choose not to do anything about. Let's say that you have management which you don't agree with. There's 2 ways of you dealing with that. You can deliberately choose not to do something about it, or you can change your job. If you deliberately choose not to do anything about it, then you should not be demotivated, then you should not be sad or annoyed about it. You will have to stick with that decision. I made the decision, I stick with my managers. I'm not gonna be mad, annoyed, and of course the things that you're completely unable to influence, you just forget them, right? And now the difficult thing comes. The second that you look at these things, you will change the things that you can change if you feel that's needed for you to find the spark in your job again. And then you'll move the things that you're not gonna change to the circle, the middle circle, which is basically the things that you deliberately choose not to influence. This is hard work and it's not easy. Every morning you have to make this a habit. Every morning you get up, you look at what you've chosen not to worry about, what you've chosen not to change. Find 3, 4, 5 motivational quotes from great thinkers that sticks with you. Look at the things that you put in the middle circle. Look at the quotes and say, yeah, this is correct. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm strong enough without it. And then move on. There's 3 things to this. Understand what annoys you, demotivates you. Put it in the circle of influence. Move from the inner circle to the middle circle, the things that that you choose not to do. And then this is the hard part, make it a habit. Make it a habit looking at the list saying, yes, he annoys me, she annoys, but I choose not to do anything, so I'll put on my smile every day. This is an all-day effort. You're not going to be happy for your job overnight. It's going to take maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks or months. But if you choose to be in your job, you should also choose to be motivated. And you're the only one who can motivate yourself. I hope you liked this little talk about being motivated. Please give me a big like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you later. Thank you.